Wish you could whip up delicious meals with fresh picked herbs, but are short on time or space, or don't want to endure cold, wet weather to harvest your plants? Today we are creating an indoor herb garden. I'm going to show you the best herbs to grow indoors and give you easy care tips along the way, and some unique ways to use them that go way beyond simple garnishes. Whether you're a total beginner or just looking to expand your indoor garden, this one's for you. Plus, herbs add a bit of greenery and fresh fragrance to your home, even if your only window faces your neighbor's wall. First up, mint. It grows like crazy, so give it its own pot. It likes moist soil, and you can use the leaves in hot tea, lemonade, or desserts. I like to experiment with different varieties, so I have a few different types or varieties of mint here, including orange, apple, mojito mint, and a mint, which might just be spearmint. They each have their own unique scent and flavor, which makes them fun to experiment with in meals and drinks. And they're the classic pick-me-up aromatherapy scent. They also trail easily, so these long leaf bits you see here, you can just snip those off, and they'll root in moist potting soil or water. Parsley is a nutrient powerhouse. I like to grow both Italian flat leaf and curl leaf for variety, and both are high in vitamins A and C. Parsley tastes best fresh, which is why it's great to grow it indoors. You can fry whole leaves of parsley for a crispy, savory soup topping. It changes the texture completely. Chives are super forgiving and can handle a little less light than the other plants. Since I'm buying starts, I like to try something a little exotic like these Korean chives. I have the traditional garden chives growing from seed under lights. Fold chopped chives into biscuit dough for savory breakfast pastries. Tarragon brings a fancy French vibe with its anise flavor. It hates wet feet, so let it dry out between waterings. You can muddle leaves into a mocktail for a licorice twist. Stevia, also known as sugar plant, is your natural sweetener. It needs warmth and sun, so you may need a seedling mat. You can bruise fresh leaves into lemonade. You'll get the same sweetness without any sugar granules. Oregano loves the sun and needs to dry out between waterings. You can knead it directly into homemade dough bread for an aromatic loaf. Winter savory offers a peppery kick and grows well in sandy soil. Rub crushed leaves into game meats or steaks to cut through the richness. Basil is a heat seeker. It wants sun and warmth and doesn't like a cold draft. So a sunny, south-facing window is best. Snip the tops often for lush growth, perfect for pasta, salads, and strawberry basil lemonade. Give rosemary a well-draining pot and don't let the soil stay soggy. It pairs beautifully with roasted meats, potatoes, or fresh bread. You can strip the stems and use the woody branches as skewers for grilling veggies. Garden sage is earthy and robust. Give it plenty of light. Let the soil dry out between waterings and try it in stuffing with chicken or melted into a butter for pasta sauce. Sorrel has a zesty, lemony tang. It likes consistent moisture. Red vein is great for visual interest and a few more nutrients. You can shred it into a potato salad. You won't even need to add lemon juice. And finally, thyme. It's tiny but tough and one of my favorites. Like rosemary, let it dry out completely between waterings. Enjoy it in roasted veggies or soups. You can also make infusions with it. I've infused it into vinegar, the classic herb butter, honey and maple syrup for a savory waffle drizzle. Lemon thyme is my favorite, however the nursery didn't have any. So I picked up English, French, lemon, and coconut thyme. Coconut thyme has very small leaves and looks like it could almost be a ground covering, but it would also look nice in a container just draping over it. Fresh thyme also makes a nice throat-soothing herbal tea. These are pretty mature plants, and as you can see, many are root bound. So let me show you how I transplant them into larger containers. We'll do our garden sage and curled leaf parsley. Most of these plants originated in the Mediterranean, so they don't like rich, moist soil. So I use a cactus citrus soil for good drainage and to avoid root rot. And since it's so easy to overwater, what I like to do is the finger test, where you're pressing your finger into the soil. About an inch. If it's dry, go ahead and water. If it's damp, just walk away. Also, don't be afraid to harvest. Pinching the tops off your herbs actually encourages them to grow bushier and fuller. It's like a haircut that makes your hair grow back thicker. So eat your herbs often. It's good for them. To prep the plant for transplanting, I like to inspect the roots. Try and loosen them up just a tad, just so they don't continue to grow in a circle. Then I clean up the plant, remove any dead or dying leaves, and then clear the soil that may be growing too far up the crown. I like to keep the soil down right where the roots begin. And we'll do the same for the parsley. And even though parsley does like richer soil in the garden, indoors it's just too easy to overwater. So what I like to do, I'll still use a cactus mix, and then later on I might top dress with a richer potting mix, and they all get a diluted fertilizer. And I'll put links to all the materials in the description. And if it's particularly cold in your house, like we're doing our herb garden in the winter, for your plants that really like a lot of warmth, like the basil plant or your stevia, it's a good idea to put them on a seedling mat. And that'll just keep them warmer and happier and actively growing. They won't die, but you won't get a lot of new leaves. Most of these herbs love sunshine. Most need 6 to 8 hours a day. So set them near a south-facing window, or grab a few grow lights and you can grow them on your shelving unit under grow lights. And once I'm done potting them up, that's when I water them, once I have them in place under the lights, just so I don't make a mess. Creating an indoor herb garden is a great way to get a head start on your spring garden. You can plant these outside when it's warm enough, or keep them indoor all year long for an easy harvest. Buying seedlings is not 100% necessary. It can be a way to get herb harvests as quickly as possible in your garden, while your seeds have a time to germinate for more plants. And the mature plants can be used for propagation through cuttings. It is also helpful to place a small fan in a growing area. The airflow creates healthier plants and reduces pests like whiteflies. Yellow sticky traps are also great for fungus gnats, and if you live somewhere really dry, periodic misting will keep spider mites in check. And there you have it, 12 incredible herbs, simple care tips, and enough flavor to upgrade every meal you cook. Growing your own food, even just a little bit, connects you to nature. Which of these herbs are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. I love to hear about your garden plans. If you found these tips helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more home gardening inspiration. Thanks for watching and happy gardening.